SCP-3118, aka Lunch Gun. Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-3118 is to be kept in the standard small safe class secure storage locker at Site 22. SCP-3118 is to be kept unloaded with a standard trigger lock when not being tested. After testing, SCP-3118 should be examined for wear, with maintenance performed as necessary. All testing with SCP-3118 is currently suspended. Description: SCP-3118 is a Beretta M9 pistol. Its anomalous effects activate only when it is used to fire a bullet at the cranium of a human being. Using the object to fire a bullet into other parts of the body will result in the standard gun-inflicted trauma and not activate its effects, unless the bullet also passes through any portion of the cranium. A bullet fired in this way will dematerialize upon contact with the cranium, and instead of an exit wound on an ejecta, SCP-3118 will emerge from the far side of the cranium along with the bullet's path. SCP-3118-1 is an exact recreation of something the subject has eaten for lunch at some point in their life, including containers and utensils used to consume the meal. Food items consumed in part will manifest as they would have been served to the subject. Only meals be eaten between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. local time will be recreated in this way. The more SCP-3118 is used on a subject, the further back their life in SCP-3118-1 instance can potentially be drawn from. Items comprising SCP-3118-1 are not themselves anomalous. Comparison of cookware to identifiable items has shown that SCP-3118-1 is a perfect replica of the original meal. SCP-3118-1 will manifest at the velocity from the cranium, then on the nearest horizontal surface is along the direct trajectory of the exit wound, and has surface area available to hold all food items and containers. This sometimes results in displacement of other objects previously located on the surface, but never spills or upset items created. Flooring will be used if there are no surfaces in the room with the subject. Subjects undergoing the creation of SCP-3118-1 typically have a 66% survival rate, with survivors complaining of tinnitus or headache, occasionally migraine headache, as the only effects of the object. The way SCP-3118 kills individuals shot through the cranium is currently not understood, as no bone or brain matter is disrupted in the process. Addendum test logs. Test number: initial discovery. Date: September 10th, 2015. Subject: research assistant Cody Krigbaum. SCP-3118-1 description: plastic container with reheated slice of sausage and pepperoni pizza. 1.18 liter bottle of beef brand lager beer. 4 FR hazelnut chocolate was in wrapper. Notes: after surviving the incident, R.A. researcher assistant Cody Craigbaum remanded himself to the Site 22 psychologist and gave of SCP B3118 for classification. Psychological profile suggests his work-related stress has a home trouble with his fiancée culminated in suicidal ideation. Current her prognosis is positive after reassignment into the site redacted and Foundation-sponsored relationship counseling. Test number 1, October 16th, 2015. Subject D10-331. SCP-3118-1 description. Bowl of Foundation standard nutrition supplement with spoon and cup of water. Notes: standard D-class rations. Subject supplied. Test number 3, October 18th, 2015. Subject D10-331. SCP-3118-1 description. Bowl of chicken noodle soup with spoon. Napkin with pile of 35 cheddar cheese flavored gold chip shaped crackers. Glass of milk. Notes: subject expressed delight and nostalgia of meal and persisted that it was originally served when he was sick as a child. Test number 6, date October 19th, 2015. Subject D10-331. SCP-3118-1 description. Puddle of white fluid determined to be human breast milk. Notes: subject expired. Test number 12. Date January 12th, 2016. Subject D10-187. SCP-3118-1 233 live Nomorium ants and 145 milliliters of earth. Notes: subject explained that she was forced by a neighborhood bully to eat a few handfuls of ants at the age of 7, after which subject was discovered to have pica. Subject further elaborated that said bully was really impressed by her feats, and they become friends afterward. Test number 29. Date December 27th, 2016. Subject D10-422. SCP-3118-1. Redacted. 6 years old. Reported missing from Klamath Falls, Oregon, on May 14th, 2010. Steel butcher's knife, fork. Note: subject was incarcerated after conviction for kidnapping and murder 3 missing children cases in 2008 to 2010. Further attempts to link subject to other missing children cases, including that of Redacted, had been unsuccessful. SCP-3118-1 terminated after DNA test proof replication of the original subject. Request to commission D10-422 for further testing. They denied by site director.